Vincent, what do you got?
Oh, Model Rocket, I think it's called. Okay. So, I think that, but I mean, that don't matter. Alright.
I'm going this way.
Alright, are you ready?
Yeah!
No, I gave you the thumbs up.
Yeah! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What more are these cars good for than cruising, right? We don't really cruise too much. A lot of times they're not running too good, but there's car meet kind of close. So we are gonna cruise these motherfuckers.
In 61st, bro. Cleveland. Right
Move up your church, they gon' have to put your image on the shirt. Till I finish my dessert, nobody eating.
A bunch of hoes wanna ride with me. My brothers in they snow.
Every day. Tight.
After much trial and error, right? Much trial and error. A lot of back and forth, right? He did most of the work in the passenger seat. I already did everything on the driver's seat. I told him kind of, you know, the way of the road there. And no, he did the passenger seat all on his own pretty much, you know. I just kind of gave him guidance. And no, he did it. He did his best, and we got the seats in, both seats in. They look fucking incredible. So we're gonna get on to the next step.
Put an air tag on it.
Yeah, next time for sure.
I would run if this didn't have that thing.
We need gloves.
Oh, I want to keep all these balls.
Something right there.
Do it again. Ready?
Yeah.
Give it the beans. Have you seen that?
No.
Do a drift. Go. Stay behind me. Lydia, stay behind me. We had to resort to alternative measures to keep this thing alive after it has crashed multiple times now. Ready?
Yeah. Uh-oh. Go! Turn!
Good job, dude.
Turn, you turn. Yes!
Look, coyotes are right there. Look at that right there on the ridge. There's 4, 3 there, 1 there.
In exile.
Let's go across the street.
What now? Uh-oh.
Did you crack it?
Yeah. Uh-oh. That's hot cheesy bread.
I
Never liked cats. Dogs are better.
Well, we weren't necessarily going to be diving into this part right away. We had a few minutes and stopped by my buddy's house where the car is at, and Vincent was there and just kind of was like, can I start taking the interior apart? And I said, yeah, if you want. So yeah, he took it upon himself, dove right in, started taking the interior apart. He got almost all of it out by himself. And then I went a couple days later, which is today, and started taking out the rest. The goal now is to clean and paint everything that we can. The back seat is probably almost never going to be used for anything other than storage of sorts. He's probably, you know what I mean, he's going to put backpacks and whatnot back there, whatever. So the seat, the actual quality of them is good for the backs. The fabrics are good. I don't know if they dyed it or if it's actually a blue fabric, but it's still in good condition, the back seat. So I'm going to use the VHT like seat dye spray. I've used it before a long time ago on my 65. It worked out all right. It lasted quite a while. So we're gonna hit rear seats and the side panels with this VHT stuff, the console surrounding the radio and the glove box we're gonna hit with the trim. It's an exterior trim thing for like your bumpers and stuff, so we're gonna do it in all of that. That stuff is super durable. It's supposed to be for the exterior of the car, so since we're gonna put it on the inside, it's probably gonna last them a good while. So yeah, we're gonna get down to it. There we have it, a complete interior from AE86 Corolla minus the dashboard. So in store, they only had 2 cans of the spray that I'm using for the fabric. So I'm gonna use them first on the headliner. We're gonna try the headliner first, see how far 2 cans will get us, so I know kind of an estimate of what I'm gonna need for the rest of the back seat. But I think 2 should probably be enough to get the headliner covered. It's kind of a test, see how it does on the fabric. If it doesn't do so well, it's whatever, we can recover that or find something different. But we're gonna start at the headliner as practice, as a test, and we'll go from there. If you can't tell, I turned it 90 degrees and did 1 more coat. I'm gonna do 1 more and then turn it 180 and do 2 coats again. Now I'll show you the importance of turning it every time you do another set of coats, because it looks super black, right? But then if you go to the side a little bit, you can see like just little, it's almost like glitter of the blue, right? So you could see just little bits of it coming through. So that's why I keep turning. I think I'm gonna do another 90-degree turn and 1 more coat, and I think that'll be done. It's super black. We just gotta see what it looks like when it dries. Now I'm just gonna repeat the process on the rest of the panels that I have until, so the headliner took 1 whole can. I think I could do 2 of the back panels with 1 can, so we're going to try that now, and then that'll be out of the fabric stuff, so we'll switch to working on the center console and dashboard bits and all that. It's very unfortunate that a lot of these parts were actually black. You can see it as I'm sanding through here. I mean, I wish we had the just stock black ones, because it's such a pain in the ass to get this blue off. Well, I did hit a little roadblock on 2 parts. The coats are still wet, so it might change a little when it dries, but you can see where the stickers peeled off the old paint, even though I sanded it down pretty good. So I'm not sure why you could still see that. There's another spot over here that you can still see. You can see where I sanded off like a whole bunch. I don't know why it didn't happen down here. That looks all good. But where the stickers peeled off the old paint, can still see it. We'll see once it dries, but I might have to sand this one all the way back down to where we get rid of that, because I'm not happy with that. So on a hunch, I decided to cut the cover off of these visors just to see what was underneath, and I'll be darned, there is a fucking near perfect visor underneath. Now this damage here is from me trying to get it off, which now I'm kind of pissed about, but I'm just gonna take this off and see what we got underneath. I mean, it's not brand new looking, but it don't look the worst. I think if I leave this in the sun, it might straighten out some of this stuff, these wrinkles. Try to do this one a little bit more careful than the other one. What the fuck is this? Oh, it's the roller. Okay. This is what keeps the visor like locked to the ceiling. Yeah, see, this one is actually in better shape than the other one. The only bad thing is the plastic roller piece that keeps it on the ceiling. These are in great shape. I was about to buy a set of these today. from someone secondhand. These are actually in really good shape. So, like I said, we'll leave them in the sun, see if we can get them flattened out a little bit better, and then we'll just throw some of the black interior paint. All right, well, we have most of the interior painted. We did not tackle the door panels yet or the back speaker tray because we got some stuff to fill in before we redo those. I gotta get the fabric still that matches the seats so we could do the bottom half of the door panels to look like that. We got everything done, everything painted, aside from like the dome light, which I'm gonna do that here in just a minute. So I'm gonna load all this interior into the Camry, and we're going to head to my buddy's where we have the car stored, and gonna start throwing in as much of this as I can. We were able to track down some carpet. It was the factory blue, kind of dirty. We had to clean it up, get it painted the same color as the seats and all the, everything else. It came out great. Hopefully everything fits right. I didn't take the panels out, all the interior panels, my son did. So hopefully I can remember or at least figure out where these panels go because he's the one that took them out. So yeah, he's not here. So we're just gonna try and rock it and make it fit. The guy that we got the carpet from actually had these door pulls brand new in box. Now, one thing I noticed straight away, because of you can't see the pattern here, you can see a little bit, but I was like, these are 3D printed, right? And he said, yes, they are 3D prints. So they're actually super solid. I think they did 100% infill, but I don't like particularly the pattern that 3D print leaves on everything. So I'm probably going to try to sand these down. They're got to get painted anyways, but we got to get them sanded so they can accept paint, and then we'll get them installed on the doors. But we don't have the door cards done yet, so we're not going to worry about this right now. But it is pretty cool that he had them brand new in the box. Real quick, this is some material that I have left over from other projects. I'm going to use them for these wheel tub covers, right? They're pretty beat up, whatever. This is you got the caution you need with ordering and reordering from Amazon, right? So I ordered this material, big ass roll of it for, I don't remember how much, but it was cheap on Amazon, right? A couple of years ago. So I went back through my orders when I wanted to use it again, and I reordered this same thing from the same listing, whatever, add to cart, buy it. It shows up, and it's not the same. Now, I've had this piece also for a few years now, but I didn't even realize until I went to make these pieces here that these materials are two different patterns. It's all I got, so we're gonna make it work. They're the perfect size. You won't really see them when the seats are in. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I may have to go to a some kind of fabric store and get the right material. I really like this one. This is what I use in the Impala for all the trunk stuff. It has more of a leather look than this does, but it's what we got, so it's what we're gonna use. So before I came over here, my buddy tried to move the car. He was like, I tried to move the car, I fired it up, and it's spewing fuel out of the carb. Something's going on. But so I tried to dive in and take a closer look. They had recently done the fuel pump, right? So I started just chasing wiring and stuff. Well, I found this yellow wire, right? Looks to me like, sorry, my camera's kind of broken, but looks to me like this is going to the fuel pump, right? So I started following the wire down, and it stops here by the seat belt. and goes to some really thin speaker wire. Okay, I'm tracing the speaker wire. Now the speaker wire goes to some taped to some amp wire, which is taped to more speaker wire, and then it changes to another size of speaker wire, and then it goes to the ignition, and it's just hanging by a thread. If you move it, you see it's just literally hanging by a thread. So that might be part of some of the issue. We're gonna try and figure that out before I put the carpet in. Well, I know this has been a very long video. I probably should have split it into 2 parts, but hey, it ended up where it ended up. But I think this is the end of it, and I hope you guys enjoy what we got going on with the Corolla and the Lowrider cruises and stuff like that. Thanks y'all for coming and checking out what we got going on here. Y'all have a good one.